Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss IOPL sensitive instruction. IOPL field we are using for accessing or for executing the input-output instruction. This is the privilege instruction. Privilege instruction means without checking the privilege level, we cannot execute this instruction. So if current privilege level field is less than equal to IOPL field, then only this instruction will be executed. Means your current privilege level should be less than equal to input-output privilege level. The instruction are clear interrupt flag, set interrupt flag, input from the port, input from port to string, output to port or output string to port. So CLI, STI, INS, out, outs. This instruction we are using for this instruction basically a privilege instruction. So clear interrupt flag. Clear interrupt flag means if the current privilege level is at least as privilege level as IOPL, no other flag are affected, external interrupt are not recognized at the end of the CLI instruction or from that point on until the interrupt flag is set. Means if your CLI, clear interrupt flag means if your interrupt flag is 0 or set to 0, in that case your external interrupt will be disabled. Means your processor will not detect any external interrupt. So your IF flag in that case will be affected. Your IF flag value will be 0. Next your set interrupt flag. So set interrupt flag basically enable your external interrupt field. In that case again your IF flag is affected. IF flag will be set into the E flag register. So set interrupt field basically enabling the external interrupt. Then input from the port. So IN transfer the data byte or data word from the port number by the second operand into the register specified by the first operand. So IN transfer the data byte or word from the port number by the second operand into the register specified by the first operand. So basically in instruction means input from the port. So here we will transfer the data from port to any other register. Here we can use as a 8-bit instruction, 16-bit instruction or 32-bit instruction, but the IO instruction can be shortened by using a 8-bit port because your input-output field is your 8-bit field. When you combine this field, at that time you can use as a 16-bit or 32-bit register. Here your no flag will be affected. Then INS, INSB, INSW, INST, input from port to string. So INS transfer data from the input port number by the DX register to the memory byte or word at ES destination index register. The memory operand must be addressable from ES. No segment override is possible. The destination register is DI if the address size attribute of the instruction is 16-bit or EDI if the address size attribute is 32-bit. INS does not allow the specification of the port number as an immediate value. The port must be addressed to the DX register value. So load the correct value into DX register before executing the INS instruction. In the INS means input from port to string. Here we will not use number as an immediate value. In a in instruction we use a immediate value as a port number, but here we will use a DX register for defining the port number value, and by using a DX register we will transfer the data from DX port to any other register. Same here with the out instruction. Here from data transfer byte or word from the register to output port. Here we will transfer the data from any other register to the output port and no flag will be affected. And in outs instruction means out string, byte, word, double word. Here we will transfer the data by using a DX register. Means here again we will not use a number as an immediate value. First we will transfer the data from DX register to any other register. Transfer data from the memory byte, word or double word at the source index register to the output port addressed by the DX register. So here you will transfer the data from any other register to the port register, and that port number we will define by the DX register. Now the address translation mechanism of 80386 we will discuss into next lecture. Thank you.